Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's Chris over at Arbutus RV. Today, on this beautiful day in December, I'm going to go over a 2024 Reflection 337 RLS. Let's check this out. The Reflection 337 is literally one of their best jack-of-all-trades fifth wheels. It's got perfect blend of size, functionality. The floor plan's fantastic. It's got a lot of versatility for folks that are looking for hybrid living. So it really does have it all. So I'm just going to kind of walk through and point out a few things that this one's got on it that may or may not make sense for you. So first things first, this has a pretty substantial solar package on it. So I'm just going to bring you in here to look at the Furion 60 amp solar charge controller. Right next door to that, it is got a decal there telling me that it's got inverter prep. What that's going to do, obviously, is make it super easy for you to add an inverter if that's something that's important for you. If you plan to do any kind of boondocking and survive off the batteries alone, you'll be able to do that pretty easily. I also see an IntelliPower 9300. I believe that's a DC to DC charger. I'm not 100% on that. I'll have to get back to you. Now, for the weights on this guy, just remind me as I get my glasses on here. You are dealing with a gross vehicle weight rating of 13,995 pounds. The unloaded weight on this guy is 11,120 pounds as equipped. Moving right next door, you got a brand new 30-pound propane tank. There is going to be a twin to that on the opposite side of the unit. For the underbelly, we're going to be looking at the auto leveling system on here. So it is electric, not hydraulic, something to keep in mind. It's also pre-plumbed with the tire link system. So you have a tire pressure monitor system in here, which is great. I really do like this kind of like deck plating on here. It feels nice and durable, so you can slide things in and out without having to worry about wrecking anything. Right next door to that's going to be your hookup station. So you've got your hot and cold water. Runs on its own pump, which is switch for that right there. You plumb everything in from down low here underneath the unit. Water in, so you can access your gray tank from here, black tank flush outs, winterization, your cable satellite, and Starlink if you have. That's where you plug it in. Next door to that, you have a furnace and your hot water on demand system. So the venting for that, for the heat, comes out this side, not campsite, which is great. Pardon the noise next door. The highway's really close. So you have got red calipers on here. So that's going to signify that this guy's got ABS brakes. Something that Grand Design's doing right now only. That will be coming out to the rest of the RV community in the coming year or so. Walking around the back side of the unit, you have a ladder to the roof. There's also backup camera prep up top. So you could put a backup camera on here fairly easily. So the wiring's already done for you. Hitch down low, so if you have an e-bike or just regular bikes and you want a place to store them as you're in travel, then you'll be able to do that. Dual awnings on this guy, both have LED light strips, so this shines up really nice at night. It's a really neat effect. Solid steps to get into the unit, which I really appreciate. So there's no wiggling, no moving around, just nice and planted. There's also, it's hard to see, there's a blue light that shines underneath too for nighttime. I'm a fan of this little fold-out, sun's kind of catching it here, this fold-out railing as you go into the unit. Just gives you something nice and secure to hold on to. And boy, the sun's having a great time in here today. Look at that. Anyways, and over here, so immediately to your left-hand side, you have your dinette table. You'll notice you have a booth here. Now this can be moved. You can move this over to your couch and enjoy it as an ottoman, and then just do two chairs here. Super easy. You've got a power recliner here. So the recline function itself is manual. However, you have power heat and power massage functions on here, and you get disco lighting underneath. Let's see if I can get that going. Yeah, like so. Up above that, you do have some overhead cabinetry. Not too deep, but just a good place to store your odds and sods. Curtains on here are of the blackout variety, so they just pull up and down super easily. Couch down low, that does fold into a bed, a little bit larger than a double bed. And then you have overhead cabinetry above that. Opposite your recliners, of course, is going to be your TV. That is a TCL unit with Roku, so it does support Wi-Fi and streaming. You have an electric fireplace down low, and I'm just bringing the BTU. BTU is rated at 4777, so not something that's going to heat the whole trailer, but it's going to take the edge off on a cold day for sure and help the furnace. Up top is a JBL sound system, so obviously you're going to be able to stream off your phone to that via Bluetooth if you so wish. This will run speakers inside and outside of the unit. Moving over next door, next to the kitchen. I got the light on, there it is. So the light is on a sensor. Beautiful pantry. I hope the camera's picking this up correctly. Lots of interior space there. 3-burner stove and a nice large oven down below. Up above that is just a larger Furrion microwave. More overhead cabinetry and more cabinetry down below. And then across from that, trying to pan out best I can. Down low here, you do get a larger island. So nice prep area, a nice place to kind of store things or work off of. Stainless sink here with a spray attachment off of the faucet, which is great. And then you've got a couple of garbage cans here. Now they're not covered, so for me this would be more for recycling, but just a neat touch. They did a good job with this. Now we're just walking towards the front of the trailer and you're greeted with the coffee bar over here. So right next to the door, you've got a place to put your keys, kind of keep yourself organized. There's power points on either side. I like the backsplash in the back here as well too. One light over top, which kind of shines on everything. Good amount of counter space. Now I'm 6 feet and I'm having to reach to get up there. So something to keep in mind. You've got a Travlfi Wi-Fi extender. And I think that'll also do 4G as well too, just to help with signal inside of the unit with all your devices. And then finally, the refrigerator is another Furrion piece. This is a 12-volt compressor fridge. For a trailer this size, this is a lot of interior space for a fridge. Grand Design kind of hit it out of the park with this fridge here. But just to keep in mind, this strictly runs off of your battery. Which that isn't for anybody, or for everybody, pardon me, especially if you plan on boondocking. We'll have to talk a little bit more about how to better support that fridge than just with your standard 12-volt batteries. Heading on up the stairs into the bathroom, you are greeted with actually a fairly functional size here. So I'm just kind of top down here to give you an idea of the floor space. Porcelain toilet down low, beautiful vanity. You got 3 drawers here for storage of your toiletries and whatnot. Nicely finished underneath here. So you don't just see these tiny little wood panels hanging around like you do on some of the competition. Lots of linen storage in here, and that goes all the way to the back, right to the back wall. So same depth as a shower. Nice shower head here, good fixture. This is a beautiful fiberglass enclosure. When I get people to look at these, I always say, stand in the shower, make sure you feel planted and secure standing down, because sometimes you feel like you're stepping on plastic and you're gonna fall through. You don't get that with this shower. They did a great job with this. Also, I'm just noticing to the left-hand side here, this is your control panel for your tankless hot water system, so you set your temperatures and whatnot from there. And around the corner, your beautiful and private bedroom. King bed on the slide out. They've done this kind of like a matted material it's kind of padded actually, as your headboard. So just a nice look. You have windows on both sides for airflow, which is great. And then coming over to the closet. They've carpeted it just a little bit in there, and I think that's probably just in the name of insulation. You got a place to kind of store your shoes and a big hanging bar here. You've got some storage space over top of that. And then right next door to that, and again, remember, we're in a reflection here. You've got space for a stacking washer dryer in here. So you can take these 2 shelves out. It's all pre-plumbed here, super easy to work with. You guys, if you're needing something that's going to give you all the amenities, this is a great trailer to look at. That's why I said it's just as a jack of all trades, it kind of does it all. And then you've got space for your TV here if you're so interested. So your cable satellite runs through here, and then power outlet. There's a power outlet over here right next to your dresser. You got a window over here as well too, with overhead. AC right above here. So that is directly above the bed, which is great. There's also speakers in here, so that JBL. So this will actually run off of that head unit at the front of the, or actually, pardon me, at the back of the trailer. So something to keep in mind. And then finally, what I'm looking for here is power points. So down low, there's a power point here and here right next to the bed. And making sure there's one on this side. I don't see a USB port here, which is disappointing, but there is a 110 outlet there. So that's kind of got it for my review and walkthrough. If you have any direct questions on this unit, certainly reach out. Phone number is going to be at the end here. Pricing will be in the details. Thanks so much for watching. Keep in touch.